All right, it's time. It's time. It's time. 3, 2. What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zolian podcast, where we talk about fantasy, family, and freedom. Okay, the 3 F's. Don't get me in trouble, YouTube. It's not that kind of F. Okay, it's family safe. Okay, it's family friendly. Hopefully, I hope it is. I try to be. That's why I'm not using a different kind of F. Not that F. You see the troubles I can get into. I gotta stop. Look, today we're gonna get in on it. Okay, we going there. Okay, we talking that race talk. It's gonna be awkward, man. You know what I always say. It's going to be an awkward afternoon. Okay, here we go. I want to show you where we... wrong one. I almost boomered for a second. This is what we're going to talk about today. But before we begin, if you want to support the show, you can subscribe. Subscribe, that's not a word. Subscribe, like, comment, or share. Or you can do a donation below, or you don't have to choose one. You can do any of these, and I appreciate it. Every bit goes to the program, okay? Makes the program better. I improve the program with the funds. Thank you so kindly. God bless you, okay? And infinite times I will God bless you, okay? Thank you. All right, so let us begin. I'm going to take this down, or there you go. There we go. So... big doozy, okay? This guy named Kyle Brink, he stepped in it. You know, Wizards, they stepped into it again. But to be honest, if we're keeping it 100, okay, Wizards just, they make poor hiring decisions, in my opinion, okay? Because they just keep creating new dramas with the people they have on staff, okay? Last time on Wizard Ball Z, that's right, we're calling it Wizard Ball Z, okay? That's how bad it is. It became a drama, all right? It became its own show. So last time on Wizard Ball Z, okay, Wizard said, we give up, okay? You win. We were wrong, and we're going to go ahead and pull everything back. In fact, 5E is basically free now, okay? You can do whatever you want, basically. Not basic, you know what I mean. You can't do crazy things that'll you can't do like, Nazi Germany or whatever. Like, you can't do something crazy like that, but you can pretty much make whatever module you want within reason. That's what they said. That's not what I said. That's what they said. You know my own thoughts on that. I say the law is very complicated. It's very messy. If you think you can try it, go ahead, F around, and see if you find out. I think you will find out, because law is not as easy as you think it is. I don't care what YouTuber told you it's okay, because when you in the courtroom, okay, I've been in the courtroom. Not like that. I've been in the courtroom for other things. Civil things. I was trying to, get my restitution stuff, okay, with other civilians, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, the law, it ain't simple. Even when you think you have a slam dunk, it ain't a slam dunk, all right? I'm going to just let you know right now, okay? All right? Anywho, so Wizards did it again. They keep wizarding. They can't stop. That's who they are, all right? This guy named Kyle Brink. This gentleman right here, if you can see my mouse, I'm going to go ahead and show you my mouse. That sounded dirty. This guy right here, okay, he is the president of Dungeons. He's basically the producer. He's not the president. He's the executive producer of Dungeons and Dragons, of D&D. Okay, they hired him. He's only been working for a couple months. He self-admitted. It's in the video. You can watch the full video yourself. I forgot where. I think it's in the 40-minute-ish mark. Before that moment. Probably in the 30-minute mark, really. He probably said, that was probably where he said it, because I heard him say it. He only been working for a couple months, okay? And he stepped into it already. Only a couple months, and he already stepped into it. Now, again, not to be rude, but he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the questions, because they did not pull punches. This video, actually, I was surprised at the questions they were asking. They did not softball him. Even I like how her eyes are closed. That's the worst possible moment. Sorry, lady. This face is perfect too. This was my expression when Wizard said, we're gonna make it free. We're gonna go ahead and consumer, what is it called? Creative Commons? Oh, okay. Sure, I believe you. All right. Sure, it's Creative Commons, therefore you can do whatever you want. God rest the person who tries it. God bless them, okay? Maybe they're one of the chosen people and they'll be okay. Well, I don't know. Time will tell. Anyways, so Kyle Brink, executive producer at Wizards, at specifically at Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna be specific. Let me be specific. I don't wanna curtail anybody. I don't wanna get anyone mad at me in the comments. So this gentleman, all right, he wasn't ready for this interview, in my personal opinion. Now, did he give some good answers? There's some answers in there that were pretty decent, not gonna lie. He gave the mega corporate spiel. He was dancing the dance. He's a good dancer, okay? When it comes to some of the questions, he was dancing well. As far as, what the questions were concerned, because he kind of, in my opinion, they kind of ambushed him. I don't know what, no, I'll take that back. I don't know what conversation they had prior. I'm not privy to that, so I can only suspect and speculate. Okay, pure speculation, pure opinion. All of this is my speculation, my opinion. Okay, just full disclosure. All right, watch the video yourself. But it seems to me that he had a different idea of what the video was gonna be, the interview was gonna be on this channel, and what ended up happening was different, because they were asking some good questions, and I'm like, yeah, you might want to redo a new schedule. You might want to rain check this, cancel it. Don't print that. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Emergency. That's what I would have done. I'm just saying, I'm not too proud. If I'm a mouthpiece for a mega corporation, I'm getting paid to basically be the face, make sure that the people like the company or whatever, and my answers are good, then I'm going to make sure I know every question that's going to come up my way, and if I don't, then I just won't go to the interview. Anywho, that's an aside. What ended up happening was this man, while he was dancing, he slipped. He added a little extra, he gave a little spicy wicey, okay? He tried to appease these interviewers. And what happens when people appease? I always tell you guys this: don't say more than you have to say. If you are being evaluated, don't say more than you have to say. Leave it at that. Okay, you're a man. If you're a man, leave it at that. It's okay. You don't have to elaborate. Who cares about the social pressure? Just let it be. Silence is golden. Silence will save you, okay? Silence will save you. People can suppose, they can assume, they can speculate. That's their own mind. You have no control over that. But what you got control over is what comes out of here, okay? What comes out of this, that's you. That's all you, 100%. So you better take accountability for that. And this guy, he definitely, Lord have mercy. We're gonna go into it. I'm gonna play it right now, okay? Let me make sure the mic is up. Okay. I had to make sure. Let me make sure everything's good. Okay. Desktop audio. All right. I'm not getting rug pulled. I'm not about to do this recording and then do the whole video and nothing happen. No sound. I'd be crying. I'd be like, no, I gotta do it again. I'm busy.
Is a creator.
All right,
we make stuff up at the table. That's the whole point of the game. And then, hey, then maybe I'm a DM and I write a world and I don't want to publish a world. And eventually I'm a big, then I'm Kobold Press or I'm Critical Role or whatever. Yep. Everybody in our community is a creator. And when we hire people onto our team.
So we're a little bit behind, but I want to make sure we get the whole question that he's going to ask.
We hire from that pool of creators.
So here we go.
And so as the pool of players becomes more diverse, so too does the pool of creators become more diverse. And that makes it more and more possible for us to hire top quality creators who are also from diverse backgrounds.
So in the beginning, he asked him, I forgot to mention this. So this question, this gentleman, Jeremy Cobb, asked Kyle was, what are you doing about hiring, people of color, more people of color into the company, right? And he's talking about how, the community Basically, he's talking about how the community it's corporate spiel. He's talking about how the community is built upon creators and how it's more diverse now than ever. So here we go. Here comes the guffaw.
And have all kinds of things to bring to the table. I think in the case of the Hadosi in particular, again, a big part of it was that our internal process
He's
also
talking about
wasn't
the
followed.
Hadosi, which is the
So even the people on our team,
I think those were
who
the
would have
space
seen it, didn't
monkeys or
see that
something
text.
from the Space
They
Jam.
didn't get a chance to go, hey, that's a
Jesus
problem,
Christ.
before it was live.
This
And so that
not the Space Jam. Jesus Christ. I know that book. I seen that book. I read that book. Oh, I forgot what it's called.
so we had an internal breakdown of our existing process as well as
pardon my French. I mean,
I
slipped. Hold on one second. It's not Space Jam. It's dang, I'm having a boomer moment, y'all. I'm sorry. Slam Jam, Star Jam. Is it Star Jam? Is it Star Jammers? Is it Spell Jammers? Spell Jammers. It has to be Spell Jammers. Star Jammers. Oh my God. I'm thinking of the X-Men, guys, the pirates, the space pirates. That's what I'm thinking of. See what happens? Don't get old, guys. Getting old is not good.
In terms of hiring diversity,
here we go.
This actually speaks to one thing that Orion Black said in their statements, which is that they believed that they were essentially a diversity hire. Which, look, we're all in favor of diversity, but ultimately, I think what makes the difference in a company like this is if you have minority people in positions of power.
Ooh.
And while there have been,
he said diverse people of power. That's what he said. He wants to see people of color in power, okay, in places of power. When people say that, you better pay attention. Now, I'm not saying you can't have aspirations to, make your way to the top of some company. I'm not saying that. I personally don't have any dreams of that. That is just not a goal of mine. In fact, at that point, you need God. if that's where you are in life, yeah, you need God, because you definitely worshiping that company. In my personal opinion, but hey, who am I, right? I'm just a man. I'm just one man. What do I know?
Numerous hirings of people from a variety of different minorities, at least in the case of racial minorities. I've met a number of people who, including yourself, who are fairly high up in D&D. And I think every single one of them has been white. Ooh. And also, I think all of them have been cis men. Not.
Oh my God, he's hitting the red buttons. He's hitting the red buttons because think about it. If this guy is in a place of he's in a place of executive. He has the perfect face for it too. His expression speaks louder than words. What do you want from them? What do you want them to do? Step down so that somebody else of color who's also trans can step on up? It doesn't seem. That's a dog eat dog. It's a dog eat dog world, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying is fair or whatever. I didn't say that. I'm just saying, what do you want from him? Because he fought the political game. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out. You want them to step down and just basically ostensibly end their own careers willingly? I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gonna be a cold day in hell before that happens. I'm gonna just let you know right now. If you're trying to wait for that train, you will be waiting for life throughout your whole life.
Not to say that everybody there is a cis man, but it seems to be consistently that we have white cis men still at the top of these groups. Can you identify any specific positions of like significant power? Because you got. I mean, even on the D&D team, you've still got Jeremy Crawford. You still got Mike Merles and so forth. What can you identify any specific positions that have like higher ranking positions that have been filled by people of, say, racially diverse backgrounds?
I think if you look at the
okay, before we begin, okay, I don't want to read too much into it, but he's adjusting himself. He's not comfortable. I'm just saying that's some body language is happening right now. She's paying attention now because this is it. This is it now. This is the question. This is the heavy question. See, he just asked the question, so he's a little tight right now. He's a little tight. He's like, all right, well, we're gonna hear. He's leaning in. He's like, all right.
The credits of our books, you'll see some lead designers there who are not cis men. You will also see a lot of primary authors on sources. These are folks who are coming up through the ranks and proving themselves and earning their respect, not because of who they are, but because of how they are as professionals.
He's trying to kind of smooth it out. He's, hey, listen, they have to, they have to put in the work. They have to put in the time. Now, I'm not saying that the people are not putting in the time and not getting their play. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what he's saying. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Which is the best
Ooh,
kind
boy,
of
here we
respect,
go.
right? You don't want to be respected because you're the diversity hire. You want to be respected because you're awesome at your job,
Mm-hmm.
and that's happening more and more.
He didn't like that answer.
Guys like me.
He didn't like that. He didn't like that answer. I'm just saying. I'm just looking at the body language. I'm not. Again, this is me just observing. All right. You can have your own observations. Okay.
We're leaving the workforce, to be blunt, and we're also not. This is not the face of the hobby anymore. I'm not the majority of this hobby anymore.
Okay. Now we're getting into it. See, he's already identifying himself, pointing it out, the elephant in the room. He's a white guy. Like, I'm a white guy, right? So he's saying, I'm not, the face of the hobby anymore. I'm not the customer anymore.
And so it's important to me that my team of creators look like my players and have the lived experience that my players do. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, white dudes in a basement, which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
All right, I'm gonna pause right there. The next, we'll get into the reaction in just a moment. But first, I want to address the white dudes in the basement. I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but I can't remember, like, unless I'm looking into the 90s, I can't remember a time where I ever played with white dudes in a basement for D&D. I've never ever. I've played in a garage, I played in a community center. I played at conventions. I played at stores. I played in the mall. I played at libraries. I played in the park. I've played actually in the movie theater. Man, I played in a lot of places. At a lunchroom, at a bus stop. I mean, dang, I just came to an understanding. I was like, wow, I'll play anywhere, I guess. But my point is, I ain't never played no basement. I'm sorry. I mean, that could be somebody's experience. I'm sure someone out there is playing in a basement. But I think that stereotype is kind of like, in my opinion, I think that's just overblown. I think people overblow that way too high. It's like, that's like a 90s thing for, like, even probably 80s, honestly. But I know a few people who played in the 90s in the basement. But, kind of to be honest, basement's kind of a sign of, upper income. To be honest with you, I'll be honest. Like, most of the white people I've played with, they were lower income. They didn't even have a basement to play in, It was considered upper echelon to even have a garage. Like, what are they talking about? What is he talking about? That's baffling. But I get it. I get what he's trying to say. Guys like him, quote unquote, like him. I don't think there are that many guys like this guy, in my opinion. I think that this guy's kind of like the minority, in my opinion. I don't think I've not met too many white guys who kind of espouse this kind of this rhetoric, in my opinion. Okay, I personally haven't experienced that. Maybe you have. Let me know in the comment section if you did. I just think it's kind of tone deaf, man. I mean, how tone deaf can you be? Can you not tell people, like, first of all, what kind of image does that send to people? Hey, guys like me can't wait to leave. It's like, come on, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you trying to kill your company? Why are you killing the customer base? What are you doing? Like, why are you chasing people away? Oh, we don't like you guys. No, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. You are supposed to be saying, hey, come on down. We like all of you. We don't care what color you are, what background you are, what you do on the side. We don't care. Come on down and play a game with us. I mean, Jesus, it doesn't make any sense. I'll tell you right now, I'll take your money, okay? I like everybody. Come on down to my channel, subscribe, okay? I love you, okay? Not like that. It's more like a brotherly love, a family thing, okay? Now listen, again, this guy, he kind of was trying to appease them. This is him trying to do the quote unquote right thing and say the right things, but he screwed up because one, you're killing your customer base by telling people you don't want their money. You're telling everybody they're leaving, which is not true. Now it's true because of what happened with. He's kind of right. Except he's right, but for the wrong reasons. Everybody's leaving Wizards. A lot of people did not come back after what happened. There's a lot of channels. There's a lot of D&D channels that have black people and Hispanic people, Indian people, Asian people who are saying that they're playing Pathfinder or they're going back to OSR. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. When people feel distrust is across the board. Doesn't matter what race you are. Distrust is a thing that all humans are capable of experiencing. Trust is hard to build, and it's easy to lose. And when you lose trust, everyone's leaving. So for him to say that people are leaving, he is right. People are leaving, but it's not just white guys leaving. Everybody left. In fact, it's not even leaving anymore. It's left. It's past tense. So, this guy is double-edged swording himself. It's almost like they want to lose more money. If I'm not mistaken, it feels like that. That's the way it seems to me. You let me know. What do you think in the comment section? What do you think?
This hobby, and we owe you good games. We owe you good.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He looking inside. He's like, this guy just said something stupid.
And so we need to make sure that everybody working on it is real good at it, and that means not just hiring, but also developing. Right? When we bring people in who are good, we need to empower them, give them more room to run, give them guidance on what we learned when we were creating stuff so that they can create great stuff too. And then, I always hire people smarter than me so that I can get out of their way. That's my approach.
All right. Let me just pause right here for just a second. Let me just open up the old, let me just open this up. Wizards doesn't know how to stop wizarding. They just don't know how to stop. Let me just tell you a little bit of the background, okay, about Kyle Brink before we continue, okay? So first of all, Cynthia Williams is somebody who, no relation to Lorraine Williams, who who ran TSR into the ground, in my opinion, okay? Her credentials are, she was the person who was on the call a couple weeks ago, well, not a couple weeks ago, now a few months back, last year in December, on that fireside chat, Wizards fireside chat, where they were talking to their investors, which is when this all began to go like parabolically horrible, okay? When everything was falling apart, this was the moment right here. When Cynthia Williams was on the call and she said, hey, listen, this thing is under-monetized, both in Magic the Gathering and in Wizards of the Coast's Dungeons and Dragons. We need to find a way to monetize this stuff. She came from Microsoft. That's one of her credentials. She served as the general manager and vice president for the gaming ecosystem and commercial team. Basically, microtransactions on Microsoft. There you go. So Hasbro credits her with driving the expanse of Xbox gaming. Basically the Xbox Live Marketplace, where you guys pay like nickel and diming a little bit everywhere for everything. That was her. Allegedly, I'm gonna say that because we don't really know. We just know what they told us. We don't really know who's responsible for all of that. I think she's a part of the team who was responsible, but I don't think she was the only person in that team who was coming up with stupid ideas. Before that, she spent a decade at Amazon, so you know how evil she is. Allegedly. All right. Kyle Brink is the executive producer of D&D. He's the creative director of Sega Studios, former creative director of Sega Studios, lead gaming design Activision, and associate producer at EA. So they're all video game people. So make no mistake, they know how to mess things up. Sega Studios was a red flag for me. EA and Activision too. So that's not a very good resume. Although this is kind of worse, if you ask me. This is kind of worse. Amazon, that's the devil. And then you have the Xbox gaming drama. So, all right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Can you not be racist? That was my question I forgot to ask. I have a question. Can you not be racist? Just a little bit. Don't do this. Stop saying this stuff. Just let it go. Let it go, okay? Just like that song. I can't remember what movie it's from. But let it go, okay? You need to stop, okay? This is just disgusting. Leave people alone. Why you gotta keep talking about white people or any people? Just talk about the game. What's going on with the game? Can you not focus on the game? You going into all these weird, like, okay, what color are we valuing today? Who's our special lucky number color? Like, what are you doing? Huh? What is this, bingo? What are we? Is this the lottery? You're just spinning the wheel to see what color spins. Stop, okay? You're drunk. Go home. You're drunk with power. That's right. I can't imagine how could they mess up something so simple as, hey, we're a game company. And you literally cannot mess this up unless you purposely want this company to fail. Like, how could you mess things up so bad? It's a game company. All you got to do is sell the product. You got to promote the product. Hey, this is what the cool stuff you can do in the next book. And in the next book, you can do this. And in the next book, you can do this. That's it. That's all you got to do. All these knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone nonsense talking about race, just what is this, college? And even then, you're not supposed to be doing that in college. Anyways, this is my theory on the causes for this, okay? The ego investment, performative stuff. It's all performative, by the way. Empty platitudes that he was giving them. You can tell that whole time he was giving empty platitudes. Even that was an empty platitude. And obfuscating the lies, because there was some stuff he was talking about in that video, which I'll link in the description, where he was talking about how, we didn't know about certain things that was happening when it came to the OGL, which is nonsense because I'm sorry, but Kickstarter doxed you guys. They said, hey, we knew. They told us, okay? We had a conversation. We made a deal with them. They were going to release this thing, and we made a deal with them. I'm sorry, you don't make a deal with other big company corporations like Kickstarter in behind the scenes unless you plan on that thing being released. Not, it's a draft. That's not a draft. Get the hell out of here. Who are you fooling? Nervousness. Yeah, nervousness was another reason. He was very nervous. You could tell with his body language, especially when he was leaning in. He knew he fell into the lion's nest at that moment. The lion's nest. He fell into a lion's den at that moment. Okay, that was not good. How can you accuse me of evil? Though these deeds are may be unsavory, no one will argue. Good shall follow from them. That's who he was right now. That's literally who Kyle was right now. Perfect. Wizards meeting on trying to figure out how not to be racist on future lives. Oh my god. I made this a while back and I forgot I made this. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of trivia before we end today, okay? A little bit of trivia. Did you know that D&D was created by a white person? Yeah, and it was a white man too. There he is again. He's being all happy. Look at him. How dare he? The audacity of Gary Gygax. How dare he be happy and white? Terrible. That's how I see them right now. They were greedy and now they're just spitting up all their money, just losing all their money right now, just talking stupid. Oh my god. So here's a little golden white pill whatever moment for you guys. There's lots of games out there. You should try them out. I think this is a great moment. Another silver lining, in my opinion. I don't see this as a problem. I see this as an opportunity. Go find a game that is for you, okay? Did I miss anything, by the way? What's your take on this whole thing? Let me know. All right. I should have edited that part. But yeah, what's your take on this whole thing, on this whole situation? Let me know. And I think we'll end it for today. I think we've learned a lot. I think we've learned what not to do. And if we ever are in a situation where we're representing a company, what not to say. I think it's pretty obvious what not to say and how to hold yourself and to and to always be sure that you know what you're talking about before you talk, and always stick to the subject of what you're trying to sell, which is a game, not whatever this was. Anyways, I'm Yin. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you are so inclined, if you like what you saw today, hit the like button. Share the video. Appreciate it. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.